Hello, guys. I will be the moderator for today's panel on IP. So my name is Timtimtim. So I'm currently the DevRel and validator lead at Story. So simply speaking, we are a layer 1 for IP. So I will kick off by letting all our panelists do an introduction first. Do you want to kick off the introduction, Kevin? Do you want to kick off the introduction?
Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin from UneMeta. UneMeta is a company focused on Azure IP. We working with many type IP, like famous Japanese voice address, Kana Hanadawa, and many famous Moscow, Kumamo, and others. And I think we also have achievements of we create a movie. Tasu is the first movie be created by Web3 IP company. And then it's now available on Tencent Video, and it will be released in Japanese theater early next year. And in the future, we plan connecting more IP event closely with Web3. And I will speak Chinese again. Okay. 大家好，我是 Kevin， 是 UneMeta 的 co-founder。然后 UneMeta 是专注在亚洲 IP 领域的一个公司。然后，我们跟很多顶级 IP 进行合作，比如说那个声优花泽香菜，然后熊本熊，还有宫崎骏等等。然后我们也在新加坡在土耳其办过那个 Web3 的一个画展。然后我们也是全球首部创办了一个这个电影，是这个由 Web3 公司所创立的。那是由这个全球知名的4个导演，包含森田修平，然后李伟、欧明，还有渡边信一郎等等。这个电影目前已经在腾讯视频上映，然后明年的话预计在日本的院线进行推出。然后后续的话，我们预计是会跟更多的 IP 去融合，然后把这个 IP 粉丝他的一些贡献，在 Web3 上去获得一些回报，然后来推动这个 IP 在 Web3 的一个发展。Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Minoru.
Hi, my name is Minoru. I'm from Minto Inc. It's a Japanese IP company. I'm a co-founder of Japan Blockchain Week. It's one of the biggest Japanese conferences. We're going to do it in July next year again. My company is basically Web2, Web0, or whatever is the IP business company. These characters we 100% owns, and also we can be an agent. For example, like we help to get Attack on Titan on the Sandbox platform. Both either Pudgy Penguin, Story, UneMeta, I can be the agent and for you guys as well. Everything is about the IP business we am doing. And also the several different projects I'm running and involved. It's meme coins and apparels, all different things basically from the Japanese market, IP. Talk to me.
Yeah, definitely we have to talk on this. Hi, my name is Cheryl. I'm from Pudgy Penguins, so the head of Asia. So Pudgy Penguins is an NFT on Ethereum. So we have 8,808, 22,022, 22 for little Pudgies and rocks as well. We're expanding to L2 chain, which is called Abstract, and we are launching Pengu coin. That's very exciting. Also, we are also positioning ourselves as Web 2.5 company, whereby we bring all the Web3 to the Web 2 world, where we have physical products on the physical world and physical stores as well. So we also call ourselves as the marketing machine geniuses. We're very good at making things viral and able to talk a very good storytelling, able to bring down what the nuances of the scariness of the Web3 and a lot of Web2, able to talk to us in a more friendlier way. So we will share more when the questions are answered.
Thank you very much for the introduction. So we have producer, we have agent, and then we have chains here. So the first question of this panel is actually why IP and blockchain? I think that's what we initially started off thinking about, like how IP and blockchain works together. So I will welcome Kevin to kick off this conversation.
OK， 我觉得 IP 它是个资产是非常珍贵的一个资产。然后区块链是个技术，可以让 IP 它赋予更多的可能性比如说透过这个智能合约，这个 IP 可以实现一个自动化的一个管理包含自动去分配版权，然后自动去分配利益等等。那这个是避免了在我们传统在版权管理上的一些琐碎的一个流程。那这个是可以大大的去提高这个创作者他的效率，因为他不用再去顾及一些其他事情，可以专心在他的一个内容创作上也避免了很多琐碎流程。那又或者是区块链的一些不可篡改的一些特性，可以完整的、透明的去把这个粉丝的一个贡献和互动记录在这个区块链上，然后再根据他的一个贡献我们可以给予他更多的一些奖励或者是一些 token 来作为回报我觉得这个就是在这个 Web3 上，我们可以以不同的方式去奖励我们这个 Web2 的一个用户。
Yeah, I'll do a summarize in English just to help the audience and also Minoru.
Okay.
Or you wanna do it?
Yeah. I try it again. Okay.
Yeah.
I think IP is a asset, very valuable asset. So, blockchain is a technology and it's a new idea. So that can give more possibility on IPs. And then, and the blockchain can fully recording the fans interaction and contribution. So I think it's the most important thing is compare IP and blockchain can making connector between IP and fans stronger. Okay, that's all.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Minoru?
I guess there this you guys is talking about more consumers. Maybe I should give some opinion about the more business side. Their IP business is basically super complicated. Is there every single their asset or whatever you produced or involved is based on the contract, and we have to work with the retail stores and also the IP owners like us and the other big companies like Disney. So their solution of their blockchain technology for a B2B business is still there not yet. There are a few different good product is upcoming, but I believe is for consumer side is a big change. But still, I take sometimes like 1 year to onboard some product. So for example, like I helped the Attack on Titan onboard the Sandbox. It took 1 year to onboard. Every single week, we get a review and verified from the IP owners, holders. So there is a consumer side that definitely is a game changer. It's especially Pudgy Penguins is on board, and Web2 world, social world, and Web3 natives. I'd love to hear from you, like you're gonna build the L2, and you're selling the products on the Amazon and Walmart or whatever. And we're doing the Web2 world for working with the retails at the Web2 native content, IPs. How are you going to onboard? Sorry, just kind of asking you.
Yeah, that's a really great question. Really interesting. I got asked a lot of times, like, how do you onboard Web2? I think that's one of the hardest way for a lot of Web3 companies to really approach to especially big, large corporations where there are more traditional and more layers of bureaucracies. So thank God that Penguin is really cute. That's really first thing. Is also genderless. When it's so genderless and so neutral, every country that I go, or especially Asia, APAC, right? When culture plays a huge role, because like I come from Malaysia, is Islamic country. So if you use like dog, which is deemed as not halal, you can't really promote the character. So when it comes to like cows as well, it's Hinduism. So for penguins, it's a very special niche. No one actually have like problem with it or issues with it in politically or in religion wise. So for this reason, the first thing, I already break the barrier. Second, we're doing really well on TikTok, on social media integrations, on Instagram, 1.6 million followers, all organic, mostly on Web2, not many on Web3. On WhatsApp, on GIF, we're breaking every record that there is out there. So every time when we talk, it's like, hey, you know, have you seen us on Instagram? When they saw it, they was like, oh yeah, I've been using it. My parents has been using it. You know how our parents, my mother or like fathers, they usually, uncles and aunties, they would send good morning, 早安 message. And one day my mom sent it to me and it was a good morning in Pudgy penguins, but she has no idea what this penguin is. And I asked her, like, Mommy, do you know what this is? She's like, 早安啊. It's just a good morning. So I know like this model is working really well. For that reason, we have a better, higher leverage over a lot of Web3 companies. So back to your questions like IP and blockchain. So IP is a very complicated business. Every APAC region is much more complicated. Every country has their own IP laws, regulations. It's not easy to deal with, but we have a really strong team back in HQ, back in Miami. We have this thing called Overpass. So Overpass is a platform where everyone, like every NFT owner, can submit their NFT ID on the blockchain. And if a company, let's say a Disney company, they want like a few characters. So we have this like called a fish bucket character. And then we have another one that's called like a wizard hat. And another one that have a fish, which is my fish. So they have like a lot of characters out there. And all we have to do is just submit our NFT ID and Disney will able to pick it up. So on the back end, all the smart contracts, all the blockchain, all the nifty-gritty stuff, we are taken care of by by our team. So it makes really easy for us to onboard Web2 and Web3.
Yeah, thank you very much, the panelists on the question. So we mainly covered on the technical side of the blockchain and IP, since IP is a very complex terminology in the world. Basically, it's not even whether it's Web3 or Web2. And then we also, thanks for expanding on the question, Cheryl, on like why Pudgy is successful, leading the way where you guys are approaching in a very generic way, like you just push it as an IP. You don't talk about what the blockchain, you don't talk about NFT, you don't talk about any buzzwords that exist in our industry. So everyone just accept because it's cute, it's just fluffy, and then it's just reachable. So there's a 3B kind of theory in building IP where it's beauty, beast, and then like very adorable. So and then you are able to approach to penetrate into the user. Thanks a lot. So the second question is related to, we know that one of the largest part of Web3 or blockchain is the monetization. Because of blockchain, because of token, we are easily monetizing the creator, we are easily monetizing the fans. So how do you see that IP works in such circumstances? Even from recently, we have a lot of meme coin that actually got the ownership of the copyrights, like Migos, like Stone, or like Chilled Guide. So how do you vision IP and meme coin and agent and all the monetization part that can lead us to the new era of IP? Kevin?
Yeah, I think it's very fun because that meme coin is a new way to play IP. Yeah, like I said before, I think IP is a very valuable asset. Yeah, that can be more possibility for Web3. For example, blockchain can for record fans' contribution. This means every fans support for the IP, like he can buy something he like, buy some IP product or join something event or UGC. It all can be recorded on chain as proof as their contribution of IP value. So the IP value can give me more profit. So they have more motivate to push the IP. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Minoru?
Okay, again, sir, I'm gonna explain about the business side. To be honest, I'm gonna planning to license out to build as a meme coins from our characters. So I want to bring this Web3 world is the licensed IP, and also behind there is all the contract and the agreement is set up. Basically their IP holder is really picky. Imagine like a Disney, they don't want to attach anything. It's about changing a Mickey Mouse. But for their showing to the world and the showing industry is how it manage is their IP owners and also meme coin or other asset to manage and make it valuable. So the IP owners basically they're really worried about Hertz actual IP, the brand. It's like it doesn't matter it's a cute or Louis Vuitton or whatever. It's the worst case is hurting the actual brand. The Louis Vuitton is building more than 100 years, and our company is building the IPs for more than 15 years. If we issue the meme coins one day, its IP might be dead. So make sure is to IP holder, IP owner, whoever is to understand this concept, the Web3 world, and also is to leverage and also make sure you don't 100% involved actual issuing token something. Whatever is the IP, if you want to use IP, you have to make sure is what the business structure, contract, and I can explain how it should be works. And that is one of the important. Of course, it's a community and builders, those people, it's really important, but IP is before that, so you have to make sure.
Yeah, so of course it's really complex, right, for IP. For Pudgy Penguins itself, what I say was an overpass licensing platform. Every little this toy that we have on Walmart or Target, there's a QR code right here. So integration of making it seamless, easy to onboard is everyone who have a phone who able to scan a QR code right here, and it will bring you to the what we call as the blockchain world, but metaverses, right? But for in Web2, it's just a gaming world. So when you onboard them, all they have to do is just to put their Gmail. Everyone has a Gmail, but behind we do a lot of smart contracts. We build a lot of all the blockchain and able to, like for this one, the number is I think it's 1201. So for every creator out there here that owns 1201, every toy that they sell worldwide, be it in Target or Walmart or Walgreens or in Asia, the creator will get XX amount of royalty fees. So this becomes compared to traditional, becomes an IP collaboration that every NFT owner is in the digital creation world. They become a creator by itself. So my friend is actually one of my friends. He earns quite a lot. just by getting the royalty fees, and everything is on chain. So compared to traditional world as well, the Marvel company will be able to get, or even Disneyland, they get all the royalty fees. It doesn't go back to the creator, but in Pudgy Penguins world, or in the Web3 world, we get back the royalties. And in Asia, we did one with Lao Fuzi, Old Master Q, and Old Master Q able to show what the culture is to the West Side world. Lao Fuzi also came and talked to me, and we have this artist, 60 years old IP. We only 2-3 years old IP. So I talked to him. I was like, hey, would you love to collaborate together? I'm very privileged. 很幸运的, he gave us a chance. It's like, yeah, let's collaborate together, because Lao Fuzi has reached to the top. They have no idea how to break through anymore. Hanging into the Web3, in the blockchain world, in the metaverses world, able to open up a lot of his culture to the Chinese culture all the way to the West. So now, on the West, at least for Pudgy Penguins, everyone knows what Lao Fuzi is, what Old Master Q is. Even Chinese New Year, last year they knew that we did a Chinese New Year song with Old Master Q, and it's called Long Long Long. So they know it's a dragon year. This morning, Luca just posted our video, and our video was a Long Long Chinese New Year song, and they say that, hey, I heard next year is the snake year. So that brings, for Asia, it brings a lot of awareness, and it goes back to the creators of Asians. So imagine that a lot of creators are from Thailand or Vietnam, on the more lower, on the rural area, but it really enticed them to make of their creators, what they created, what kind of culture they have, and put it on the blockchain and able to get the royalties fees. So for a lot of Asians, they've never heard of this kind of platform. They've never heard kind of this business. So for them, it's a huge, huge thing. Pudgy Penguins able to onboard much more from Web2 on the consumer point and also from the business point.
Thank you very much. Again, I think we actually touched in a very different angle from the three panelists onto this question, where normally in IP we talk royalty, and then we talk how royalty impacts on the holder, also royalty impacts on the creator, and then especially the more important part into this is how the globalization, the decentralization part of the blockchain penetrate and break through the existence of regional supply and demand that Cheryl has just raised, where you are able to bridge your IP from not only within your region, but also to the global, because your holder community, your holder demographic is actually the globe rather than just single region. Thank you very much. So for the last question is, so I think we talk about the royalty, we talk about how blockchain as a technology works, but IP in the end is still a legal terminology. We still face a lot of legalization issue. For example, how violation works, how infringement works. So please give us a brief insight on what do you think. Everyone just have a minute on this. We don't have a lot of time on this question. So just briefly talk about how you guys are planning, or what's the future roadmap for infringing and for violation and legalization part of the business. Thanks.
Okay, I believe making ruler is not the hard part. Yeah, the real challenge is to getting one industry to understand and follow the royalty. I think that is the more impossible. For example, we launched Kumamo NFT before. We settle the royalty according to the IP agreement. But some platform like OpenSea, they don't have the royalty transform can set. So I think the real challenge is we all in disaster 3 to understand and follow them. Yeah.
For royalty, maybe I should explain about the royalty or engaging with the users and the creators. for IP holder perspective, it's quite a difficult given to the older recreation rights. At some point, is there like a sharing is AI agent with NFTs or those kind of elements can be combined, engaged to the outside of Web3 and the Web2 together. So that is something that there are possibly allow to users recreation, but still, in fact, recreation contents that you can't own, that belongs to owner. But the user or creator, they think this is my creation. But as a copyright-wise, you can't hold the actual rights. So that is there some things are always thinking about how going to manage the agreement side, how to manage the providers, users comfortable engaging with outside of the actual asset to the Web 2, Web 1, whatever is there. So this is the blockchain technology side is the beauty of it. Also really difficult parts. Every week is a kind of discussion with their other partners and myself. And we licensing out to the other creators, the builders, and to see what's happening. So we using our character is the testing. Maybe it's gonna die, it's gonna disrupt, or it's gonna be really, really bad situation. For example, imagine like if we should meme coin is dead in 2 days, it's gonna hurt so much. But we're gonna try. So that's why I'm keep on saying is Web 2 to Web 3, or like a regular IP business, jump into the Web 3 and see what's happening.
Yeah, that is it's not easy at all. We're still working on it, but for the regulations wise, I'll share an example. I own an Azuki as well and the Bored Apes. So one of my friends, Azuki holders, someone in Japan actually have a cafe and have used his IP. So because it's like a blockchain, so it's easier to track, and also all the transparency, it makes it actually I feel like a little bit easier to like, hey, go back to the owner and show the ownership. That's what I love about blockchain, about Web3. We're able to show the proof of ownership. Now that Asia Labubu is so popular, I think every Kickstore or every even Shopee has been selling like the fake Labubus. But how do you authenticate it? How do you know that which one is real? And they have a little scanning on their feet to see that is the authentic. But on blockchain, it makes life easier. So all we have to do is just to call them and, hey, this is what, and we show what we have on OpenSea, and they're more than happy to take it down. However, on the IP infringement, it's hard to divide between the creativity side and the legal side. I personally did toy on myself, but because in Asia, I wanted to show more of the Asia culture. So I did the toy with holding a boba tea. But on Pudgy Penguin's NFT, we don't have this trait. We don't have this boba tea trait. So when this little toy that's holding a boba tea, I can't sell it. I can do it as a comedy. I can give it away, but I can sell it off. So these are we have a lot of master classes that was provided by Pudgy Penguin's team, and to talk to all the community. How would you be a co-creator? How could you be a business ownership? How can you be an entrepreneur? What are the lines? And there are actually guidelines what we can do and what we cannot do, and how Pudgy Penguins have a team to help you if there is any infringement or if there's anyone misuse your IP. So there are a great support for Pudgy Penguins. So Target, Walmart, we still have an IP agency to help us out along way with our Web3 support.
Thank you very much. I think we're just about the time, so thank you very much for touching in three different angles from the standard, like we want to set the general industry standard, and then also from the how blockchain actually supports on the ownership, and then I mean. This IP is very complex. It's an object, it's a law, it's a bundle of rights, and then we are actually bridging through the true Web 2 and Web 3 assets type. And then So we will be looking at next year, should be the big year for IP, where abstract chain, our chain, and then more IP is gonna go on chain and then go with the meme coin. And then please give a round of applause to our panelists today. They've done a good job on explaining what's IP in Web3 and Web2. And thank you very much.